everybody, and welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, thank you all for joining us. So today, as you already know, we're going to be talking about my 2-month follow-up, or my 2-month update on my VSG journey. So I know that it has been a while since I have posted anything, and I really apologize for that, but I just was really going through some things mentally and emotionally, as you already know from my previous video. But I am, working on getting myself into a better place. And for those of you who left a lot of encouraging words on my last video, I greatly appreciate it. It really meant the world to me as I was going through that. And I still have my good days and bad days, as I've told you before, which is why I have not been posting like I wanted to. But we are here now. We are in a better place mentally, emotionally right now, but we still have a lot of work to do, and we are working on ourselves with help. I have a lot of help. I have a village around me that is helping me get to a better place. But enough about that. How is my journey been these past 2 months? So let's just go ahead and get into that. All right, so let's just go ahead and get into it. I already wrote down, make sure I wrote down some things that I can talk to you all about as far as like where I am in my journey right now with my weight loss. Just give you some updates on topics that I talked about last month, but let's just go ahead and dive in with the first one. I know this is gonna be a little TMI to start off with, but this is something that people have questions about, and I'm here to answer them, no matter how embarrassing they can be, but I'm here to answer them. So this first topic: constipation. So that's still kind of an issue. Is it as bad as it was after I first had the surgery? No. But I still have good days and bad days, as far as I have some days where I am not going at all, which I know it does have to do with the fact that we're not eating a lot. So yeah, I'm not gonna go as much as I was going before. But if you know how your body feels, if you feel bloated or you just feel like you can't go, you know when something's not right. And that's all I feel. And sometimes I do have to take something to help me go. Make sure I take Benefiber. I do take a probiotic. So I have incorporated some things to help me try to go to the bathroom on a regular basis to help combat the bloat that I have been dealing with, along with the constipation. So that has been helping, but it still is an issue that I'm working on. So I'm trying new things, trying to figure out exactly what is causing the issue as to why I'm still dealing with constipation. I am drinking plenty of water. I just want to let you know I am drinking plenty of water. That is not the issue. So we're just trying to figure out what else can be the cause, and I am going to be talking to my doctor about that, because I will be going to see them soon for my 3-month follow-up. But that is what we're dealing with right now. And while we're on that topic of water, my water intake has increased because I am able to drink more water now, which has been great, because that was something that I did struggle with, was my water. But it has definitely progressed. I am definitely able to drink more. I'm almost at a gallon, because I do calculate exactly how much water I drink per day. Well, not just water, just anything, whether it's tea, water, protein shake, anything of that nature. I make sure that I do calculate all of that by the end of the day, just so I can know exactly how much I am consuming on a regular basis, which is very good, because we are almost at that gallon mark, and I am very happy about that. So we just gonna keep up the momentum. All right, and okay, so what I wanted to talk about next is my protein. what I am eating now. So as you all saw in my last video, I'm able to eat more foods, which I am, y'all, I'm so happy about that. I am able to eat more foods that I love, that make me happy. I'm not consuming the types of foods that I was before, but I'm able to incorporate them in a healthier way, which I love. As far as like finding new recipes, I love, and which I have found some on TikTok, I found some on Pinterest, a lot of different recipes that I want to try. And I of course will be doing more videos, what I eat in a day videos, of some different recipes that I do find out online that I do want to try, you know, in healthier versions, like I did with the pizza, like I did with the hamburger, or like a cheeseburger, where I did without the bread. And when I tell you, it was so good, it was so good. It literally made me feel like I was eating pizza, or if I was eating a cheeseburger without the bread. And that's just the good thing about this. It's about still enjoying the foods that you love, but in a healthier way, so you don't feel like you're missing out, and you don't go back down that road of eating things that are not good for you, that caused us to gain the weight and get to the point where we had to have this surgery. So that's my whole spiel on that. But as far as protein, I am able to consume more protein. I still do use my food scale. I don't use it as often because I am able to tell exactly how much I can eat, because I know when I am full. At this point, you should know if you're full. You really have to listen to your body and actually pay attention to what your body is telling you when you're full. Like for me, when I get full, I start to burp, and I can literally feel the food moving around in my stomach, and that is another sign to let me know, okay girl, you're full, you can't fit nothing else in the stomach. And I know if I take another bite, I will feel it in my chest. I will literally feel the food stuck in my chest and in my throat. And when I tell you, it is the worst feeling. It is the worst feeling. So I now know when enough is enough. Okay? And do I eat multiple times a day? I do have to eat multiple times a day, which allows me to meet my protein goals. So when they say wait 30 minutes to eat, that pretty much is going to be your entire day. So if you are someone who has to go into the office, make sure you pack plenty of snacks, honey, healthy snacks that you can eat throughout the day when you are getting hungry, to make sure you are meeting your protein goals. Okay, like, you know, like string cheese or lunch meat, something that you can munch on quickly when when you're on break or something like that, to make sure that you are getting your protein in for the day. Now, since we are at our 2-month mark, speaking with my nutritionist and my doctor, this is the time when we are starting to move away from the protein shakes. Now, I'm saying still drink your protein shakes, but we are moving away as far as them replacing meals. So we do want to eat more food, which is what I've been doing. I have been consuming a lot more food and kind of stepping away from the protein shakes. If I do a protein shake, it's because maybe I'm not able to eat breakfast that day because I'm rushing to do something on the weekend. Because during the work week, I eat breakfast every single day. But if it's on the weekend and I need to make a protein shake or something real quick, so I make sure I get my protein in for today. That's perfectly fine. Or if that's gonna be my snack for the day, because I'm hungry, I make me a quick little protein shake, just so I make sure that I'm getting my protein goals in for the day. But I have started to move away from the protein shakes. Kind of also part of the reason why I've moved away from the protein shakes is because of the fact that they are really sweet, and I'm liking it that much, and I'm just tired of protein shakes. I'm gonna be honest, I'm tired of the protein shakes. When you go from drinking them for breakfast, lunch, and dinner consistently before the surgery, And after the surgery, you get tired of them. And that's exactly what has happened. I have gotten tired of protein shakes, okay? Like, move me away. I understand, yes, they have amazing different flavors, and I love different flavors, but I prefer to eat food versus the protein shakes, okay? I'm gonna be so real with you. But I still make sure that I do keep those in my diet because it is necessary to make sure that we are meeting those protein goals, because we can't eat as much food. Like, I can drink a whole protein shake now with no problem, but it still takes me a while to eat food, if that makes sense. So I still need to make sure I'm getting my protein in through protein shakes or protein water, which I have been leaning more towards is the protein water, because that has definitely been helping me make sure I meet my goals. And I'm still drinking the protein 2.0 ones that I showed you all. I still like those, and I am about to try the isophore ones as well, because they have I want to try the tropical punch one to see how that one is. So I'm going to get that and try that one to see if I like that one as well. But I kind of want to move away from the protein shakes. Now, I am interested in trying the Profi that is all over anywhere, TikTok, Instagram, everywhere. So I definitely want to get that a try when I'm able to have coffee, which I will be able to when I hit my 3-month mark. I'll be able to reintroduce coffee back into the diet. So I definitely will be trying that and let you know how I like that. But we're mainly trying to move away from the protein shakes, and I'm drinking more protein waters now, which has definitely been helping me make sure I meet my goals on a regular basis, which I am very appreciative of, because if we want to get this weight off and we want to make sure that our skin stays healthy, that we're not losing our bone mass or hair is not falling out, we have to make sure that we are getting the adequate amount of protein and water that we're supposed to be having on a regular basis. So let's move into vitamins. So for the vitamins, I am still taking the Berry Life vitamins. Oh God, I couldn't think for a second. I'm still taking the Berry Life vitamins. It has gotten better for me as far as the pills, because that multivitamin, that pill is big. But I do notice a difference in my body when I do take the medication. So I am still taking my vitamins. That has not changed. It only thing that has changed is that I am able to do the actual pill form for the multivitamin, for my B1, and the probiotic that I take. I still do the chewables for my calcium and my vitamin D right now, just to make sure that I'm still getting those in, and they are so good. I'm sorry, I can't step away from them because they're so good. So I still do the chewables for those, but for everything else I've transitioned to the pill form, and I don't have any complaints regarding that so far. And regarding my cycle, which I did talk to you all about, and if this is too much for TMI for you, I'm sorry. Just, you know, just forward a little bit for them on if that's a little too much for you. But as far as my cycle is actually regular now, which was never the case for me before. I would go months without having a cycle, and that mainly has to do with me being on birth control, which I still am on. But my period definitely has been coming every single month like clockwork, but on different days. Like, it's not around the same time each month, but it is coming I am having it each month. It is a lot heavier than what I am normal to, and I have been dealing with a lot of acne because of that. Things that I never had an issue with before. I know that when I get really emotional when it's that time of the month, which I have never had an issue with that as well either. PMS, that has never been an issue for me before. Before I've had this surgery. And oof, y'all, the PMS is driving me crazy. I've never had to deal with that before. I get really emotional, like cry at the drop of a dime. I've never been like that before, but that is something that I have been dealing with, and the acne is out of this world. I don't know what's going on. I've been breaking out right here in this area and on my forehead, which I showed you all last time. Let me get up close so you can see it, because if you can see it, it's right up in there. It broke out, got a big old pimple right here. I'm about to put one of my patches on it, but my forehead has just been breaking out like crazy, y'all. It's like, oh, don't look at my nail, but it's just driving me insane. Growing up, I've never been the person who's had to deal with acne. Never been an issue. I've had eczema. That's something I've had to deal with my whole life, which I'm experiencing some breakouts right now on my skin, mainly because of the weather changing. But you know, that is something I've had to deal with, and it may get on my face, but nothing too bad, you know. But all these breakouts and pimples and acne scars, that's never been an issue for me. So that is something new that I am trying to combat right now. So I am going to be seeing a dermatologist about that, because I've never had this issue before. So I really have to change up my whole skincare routine and just try to find things that will help clear me up, because I feel like even the type of skin that I have has changed a little bit. Like, I've always been combination skin, but all these breakouts that I've been experiencing, and it's not mainly just because of my cycle. Like, this has been going on, it goes around, it's been going on like on a monthly basis. Like, what am I trying to say? It's not going away. Like, you know, you get a little pimple because, oh, my cycle's ready to come. No, one goes away and then another one pops right back up. It's just a constant cycle. So I gotta get this under control, because it's making me a little self-conscious. Like, I do not like going outside without any makeup or anything on, which I have no problem with. As y'all see, I do my videos and everything with no makeup on. Sometimes I may, have a beat face because I love to do makeup, but I have no problem going out with no makeup on, because I've always had decent skin, not crystal clear skin, but I've always had decent skin. But it just makes me very self-conscious right now going outside with my skin looking like this, because I've never had an issue before, and people are noticing, because that's never been the norm for me. So we got to get that under control, like ASAP. But that is something that I am dealing with, and I have heard that it's something that some people deal with also. I don't know how they were able to get theirs under control, but I am definitely going to be reaching out to a dermatologist to get this together. And something else let's get into is are my scars. Y'all, my scars have lightened up so much. When I went to my doctor a couple of weeks ago, I literally had to show the doctor my scars, because he could not find them. Y'all, it has lightened up so much, and I'm gonna go ahead and insert like a little video so you can see what my scars are looking like now. But they look so good. It's really like two scars that are a little noticeable still, but for majority of it, you really can barely see them. And my doctor did an amazing job. Okay, he did an amazing job, because unless you are looking like all up in my stomach, which why would you be? You really can't see them, and I love that. All right, so that is all the updates I really have for you this month regarding that. Not much has changed this month, but I just wanted to let you know where I am at this point in my journey. But now it's time to get into the part that we know you all are waiting for, the weigh-in. So without further ado, Yeah. The stall is broken. Woo! Y'all, you have no idea how happy I am that this stall has broken. Yeah, I'm so happy. It was very much needed. It was very much needed, even though, like I said, I was having those non-scale victories while I was going through my stall. It still feels good to see the change on the scale. It really does feel good to at least see the numbers going down on the scale. Now, one thing I can say with the non-scale victories, baby, your girl has gone down a size in pants. Okay, girl was like a 2018, went down to like a 18. My jeans were starting to fit a little bit, but now, baby, I am all the way out of a size 18, all the way out. 18. Your girl is back into a size 16, and I am, y'all, so ecstatic about that. When I was getting dressed one day, trying to hurry up and get out the house, and I put my jeans on, and I was like, wait, look at all this room in these jeans. Like, what is going on? I said, baby, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Y'all, I went in my room and pulled out my size 1X Fashion Nova jeans that I had bought a long time ago, and I could not fit them, and I was so upset, but I held on to them because I knew one day I was gonna get into them jeans. Baby, I put them things on and put them up over my big old thighs, and when I was able to fasten that button around my waist, baby, I tell you, I screamed, and my daughter came running like, mommy, what's wrong? I was like, Destiny, I can fit in my jeans. But when I tell you, I called my mama, Ma, I can fit in my jeans. It was a glorious day. Able to fit into a shirt that I bought a long time ago that I have not worn in ages, and that top is a I think that top is a 1X as well, and I'm able to fit into that again. And y'all, I straight lost it. I was so ecstatic that I was able to fit in that. So I am starting to kind of transition and get rid of some of my clothes, but the good thing about it is that I did keep a lot of my clothes when I did start to gain weight. So now that I am losing weight, I'm able to fit back into those clothes, so I'm not having to do a lot of shopping, because a lot of clothes I already had was, you know, still in style. So I'm not having to do a lot of shopping now, but I know once I do, you know, transition out of those clothes, then I will have to do some shopping. But right now, I'm so happy. And one thing I can say is, y'all, make sure you take photos, because I do suffer from body dysmorphia, and I'm sure a lot of you do know what that means. But if you don't, what it does is that I still see myself as that 285, at 285 pounds. I don't see myself as where I am now. So sometimes when I look in the mirror, I still see myself heavier than what I am now. And sometimes I don't notice the difference until I'm watching these videos back to edit, or if somebody takes a photo of me, and then okay, I can see the change. I can see my face is starting to get smaller. I can see the change here in my collarbone, that I'm starting to lose weight. I can see my stomach is getting a little bit smaller. But that's the only time I'm able to see it, is when I'm doing that, or if I try on some clothes that would smaller, that were too small for me at one point. But when I look at myself on a mirror on a daily basis, I don't see the weight loss. And that is something that I am working on, but I know that will not be done overnight, because there are plenty of women who, they are, you know, clearly under 100 pounds and they still suffer from body dysmorphia. They still will go to a store and will still shop in the plus size section, knowing good well that they're no longer a plus size. But you have been mentally, you're just so used to shopping in that, seeing yourself as a plus size woman, then when you start to lose this weight, it's hard to transition out of that. So I'm still suffering with that. That's what I'm dealing with as I'm losing this weight. And it's going to take time for me to get used to seeing myself how everybody else sees me. It's going to take time for me to get to that place mentally. And all right, and I also just wanted to let you all know I have been doing my measurements like I said I was gonna do. Okay, I'm sorry, but I have been doing my measurements. I did do my measurements for my 1 month, and I forgot to insert it in the video. I apologize, but I do have them right here so I can let you know what they are. So my measurements for last month was for my, and I do this for my upper waist and my lower waist because they are different sizes. If you know, you know what I mean. I'm smaller up here, and then I'm a little, the lower belly is bigger than the top. So I do both of them so I can get a gist of where I am. So for my upper waist for last month, I was 42 inches, and then for the lower waist it was 46.5 inches. So for month 2, my upper waist is 41 inches and my lower waist is 45.5 inches. So I just wanted to let you know where I am with that, and just seeing that difference in your waist is amazing. Like even if you don't lose any weight, you still see that difference when you do your measurements. Whatever how bad you felt not seeing that number on that scale move, baby, it will go away when you do your measurements and you see, okay, but I've lost this much in my waist. So the weight is coming off, it's just not reflecting on the scale right now, and that's okay, because at the end of the day you are seeing the non-scale victories in other ways, like when you take pictures and you see your face is getting smaller, or when clothes are starting to fit looser, or when you do your measurements and you're starting to see that your waist is getting smaller, or your thighs or your hips are getting smaller. There are other ways to see that you are losing weight other than the scale. So really what I suggest is do not weigh yourself on a regular basis. That is why I'm doing these videos on a monthly basis versus how I was doing them when I first started my journey, you know, by the week. I wanted to do on a monthly basis because it's not healthy to weigh yourself like every week or every day. It's just not, because when you don't see the scale move, it can be very discouraging, and I don't want you to fall off track, because baby, we paid a lot for this surgery. Okay, we paid a lot. I don't know if you paid out of pocket or, you know, your insurance covered all. Kudos to you if it did, but I had to come out of pocket just for a little bit, just a little portion of it. So I'm not about to waste my money. So I'm gonna do whatever I can do to keep myself encouraged on this journey. And one thing I didn't mention is yes, I am still working out. I work on a regular basis. Like y'all already saw the new step climber that I bought. Baby, that thing is a workout. Thighs be burning, calves are burning, I feel it in my waist. It's the workout. I love it. All right, you guys, so that was all I had to bring to you all this month, and I apologize, this video is way overdue, but like I said, I'm getting there. I'm getting in a better place. So I will promise that I will try to get these videos out on a more, you know, on a better schedule, on a more frequent basis for you all. Just so we can kind of stay up to date in real time of where I am on my journey. And if you have any questions or concerns, please leave them in the comment section, because like I stated before, I do have a question and answer video coming up soon, but I need y'all to ask questions in order for me to do it. Unless y'all get enough information on these videos, then I understand why. I can understand why, but if you have any questions or anything that you have done on your journey that has helped you with anything that I have talked about, please leave it in the comments. Girl, help me, help you, help me. If that makes sense. I hope it did. Again, thank you all for the words from the last video. I greatly appreciate it. What I can say is that everyone who has been watching this, commenting, you guys are so encouraging. I have not read not one negative comment. Everyone has been so encouraging. I have to say, this VSG community is amazing, and I really appreciate all of you for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.